of insurance in helping businesses to restore after the flood. Surely that flood is still a conversation. A lot of businesses have suffered a lot of setbacks. And just before we came on air, we're talking about what impact that will have on insurance and also on businesses and on budgeting, which is going to start in a few months for next year. And so that conversation continues here. If you missed that conversation, please go to our Facebook page, our X page, or our YouTube page and watch that conversation for yourself. Today, we continue in that same light of conversation. Michael is going to be with us for the next 3 weeks talking to us about insurance and how our businesses can become better. Today, we focus on business growth. Last week, we talked about the floods and restoring after the floods. A few questions can still come through today since the flood is still topical. But today, we're looking at business growth, insurance and business growth. Whenever we talk about insurance, people say that it's a cost that doesn't bring an immediate return on investment. But what happens to your financial planning? Where is the risk conversation? How do you plan and forecast for that risk? Today, we talk about business growth. And Michael will talk to us about that and share some thoughts with us. Michael is a chartered insurer with several relationship management years of experience for corporate, broker, and agency channels, and also for quality assurance, as well as underwriting and claims management. He's currently the Assistant General Manager, Corporate Distribution for Enterprise Insurance, which he says is the leading non-life insurance company in Ghana, even if you say so yourself, Michael. Just remind our listeners that we're streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X. So if you're able to, by all means, please do go there and watch us. Today, Michael has quite a bit for us. He has obliged us a couple of slides as well. We want the conversation to be interactive, so we'll let Michael go ahead and share his slides with us. If you're able to, by all means, do watch us live and follow on those slides as well and make your notes as well. And when we get interactive, we want you to pick up that phone, give us a call, or send those messages, and let's have that conversation. Insurance has become topical for one simple reason. People have lost a lot of things: property, businesses, resources, material. You want to know how you can get it back without having to take the hit completely for it. And so you should be interested in insurance, even if you haven't done it before, even if you haven't taken insurance before, you're an entrepreneur, you've always wondered insurance is for the guy on the other side. Now you want to be interested in that conversation. My guest for this afternoon's conversation, Michael Larbi, Assistant General Manager, Corporate Distribution, Enterprise Insurance. Michael, well, welcome back to the conversation.
Thanks for having me.
Busy season for your industry, isn't it?
Indeed.
Extremely busy.
Extremely busy.
Yeah.
Extremely busy.
I mean, I was telling Ifya backstage when we started, that I'm concerned about the impact that it will have for the budget that was drawn, both for insurance companies and also for corporates and for businesses which are insured. Because up until June, when this thing happened, I mean, it was going according to plan, wasn't it? In budgets, we have budget and actual.
Right.
So your budget is going to read the same, but your actual, when you go for half-year review, it's going to throw negatives.
Yes, on the claim side.
It's going to throw negatives.
So
but business must continue.
Yeah, of course.
You must be able to support businesses to grow.
Yeah.
Businesses must be able to depend on you.
Right.
What is the nature, just generally, before you even go into your stuff today, what has happened in this 1 week? In the insurance world?
The floods, I mean, we've all been out there. All insurance companies have been out there. For my company, Enterprise Insurance, we've spent the last days visiting our clients who have been involved or who experienced these floods. I've had to walk through water, through mud, getting to be with them in the moment of truth.
Empathize with them also.
Yes, and let them understand that we stand with them, and once we are their insurers, we come in to pay the claim when these. In fact, that is why we exist as insurance companies. The business of insurance is to pay claims. So we had to go around, visit, empathize with them, and let them know that we are with them. So we are still going through it. I mean, a lot has happened. Putting their documents and figures and everything together, so we can.
But are we also taking the opportunity? And when I say we, not just Enterprise, but generally across the insurance industry, are we taking the opportunity to educate people? It's tough to say you should have come to me, especially now when we're in pain. But is there a subtle way of educating people to say, so that this does not happen again?
Yes, indeed.
Are we taking the opportunity to do
indeed.
that as well?
And I think this program is a good platform, a very big platform for this kind of education to happen. We are happy to be partners on this journey.
It's just sad, because across the news, the entire week, you just see the effects, the lasting effects of all of this. And now, when the clouds gather, then we are all worried. Everybody's, I think the most used app in the last 1 week has been AccuWeather or Weather. I mean, whichever one you're using.
Checking the weather forecast.
Checking the weather forecast, Anyway, let's go straight to today. You do have a couple of slides for us. We're talking about business growth. We can do that, and then sort of when we get interactive, we funnel back to some of these practical questions. So take us away, Mike.
Thank you very much. So yeah, starting a business or doing a business is hard work. It calls for a lot of investments. I mean, you either rent a place or put up your own building, buy office equipment, buy motor vehicles, plant and machinery, depending on what you are doing, hire employees. These are valuable assets. And without any protection, you're on your own, you are exposed. If something happens, it will be difficult for you to bounce back. In fact, the statistics show that 4 out of 5 businesses that experience major uninsured losses find it difficult. In fact, they've never been able to bounce back. So that is around 80%, which means that you don't have to take for granted the fact that you must take insurance policies to protect these valuable assets that you use as a business to generate income and to make profit. So for your physical assets, you have your vehicles, you have your stock, depending on the business you are in, you have your building, you have your plant and machinery, and all of these things. They can be destroyed by fire, by flood, and the like. And you need to be able to bounce back anytime any of these risk occur. It's very, very, very important for the business to continue to be in operation. You know, the accountants talk about the going concern. When you establish a business, the expectation is that the business entity will continue to be in operation in the foreseeable future. That's a going concern. So insurance helps to realize this going concern, that the business will continue to operate, of course, for you to generate income, make profit, pay your employees, and continue to offer the service or product that you were established to offer. Is very, very critical. So you take insurance to protect all these assets, whether physical, your staff, and the like. There are various insurances that come into play for these type of assets. So we take them one by one. So the first, we can look at your vehicles. Your sales staff must move around. Your people must go out to meet clients, to do engagements and the like, to bring in income. You need vehicles. So you procure vehicles for your staff to move around. Unfortunately, I find it difficult to understand why a company would invest so much in procuring a vehicle. 200,000, 100,000, 500,000, 600,000 cedis worth of vehicle, and yet, because we want to satisfy the law, we just do the third party. But I would advise, as a business, take the comprehensive insurance cover. That protects you where the vehicle is stolen or catches fire or is damaged accidentally. It's very, very critical, because once the car is down, you've lost money. It inhibits your movement around to do your business. So it's very critical. For enterprise insurance, for the comprehensive, we even go beyond the standard comprehensive cover and offer what we call the Comp Extra. So the standard comprehensive cover does not provide cover for loss of use. As in, when the vehicle is at the workshop being repaired, you still need to move around. You incur extra cost. We can reimburse you for that. So at Enterprise, we have that layer of benefit in addition to the standard comprehensive cover. We also have misfueling. So you go to the filling station and the attendant can make a mistake, put in
petrol instead of diesel. Oh my God.
And that can be very, very troubling for you. Yeah. So we also have that. Is
that a new cover?
It's a new thing we've done. We've had it for a number of years now. And then, in addition, for the people in the car, for the passengers in the car, we have extra benefit for personal accident cover. So this is something that is available at Enterprise Insurance.
At the time of transit. At the time of transit. No, for the people in the car is what I'm talking about.
Yes,
at the time
as
of
they move around.
Right.
Yes, as they move around. Yes, and then also for the third party, we have what we call the third party amplified. It provides some extra cover for accidental damage. Your windscreen, your side mirrors, and then minor dents and scratches.
So you're sort of putting sweetness in the original.
Of course, you can trust that it can only come from the oldest insurance company in Ghana.
If you are not watching us live, please watch us live. You should see the way Michael gleans and his face beams up when he says we are the oldest.
Yes, and
Yeah.
and it's said that the older the wine, the sweeter it is, isn't it? All right. Then when it comes to the other physical assets like your buildings, like your office equipment, your stock, if you're a factory, you have stock, whether raw material, semi-finished or finished products. You have your plant and machinery. You have all other furniture, fittings, and the like. These things must be insured. You don't have to take it for granted.
Before you go on to the assets, I'd rather we take our time on these policies
Right.
because, I mean, we still have 2 weeks, don't we?
Right, we do, we do.
Let's just stretch it out so that we educate people a bit more.
Right.
Somebody asked me to ask this question. So somebody said, suppose, hypothetical question. I'm not the one asking,
Okay,
disclaimer.
go ahead.
But the philosophy of motor insurance
Right.
is a mutual responsibility, isn't it? When I say mutual, here's what I mean. As a road user, I have the right or responsibility to protect other road users.
Right.
And so do they have that same responsibility to protect me. Right. Which is why I take insurance and it has a third party provision.
Yes.
If there is a situation that another road user is not covering themselves, that puts me at risk. What is the general conversation regarding that? And I say that because there are some state agencies that do not have insurance cover for motor.
What it means is that that state agency has decided to self-insure.
So what is the NIC's position on that? Because me, I'm concerned. The person that should ask this question very passionately. You know what I'm talking about?
So for
without
the state,
naming names.
Yes. So for the state agency,
Yes.
they are allowed to do that. Some of them, for example, when it comes to the security services, they are allowed to do these things on their own.
And if they run into me?
They are supposed to bear the bill, to foot the bill.
Not from insurance, but
no,
from their own
coffers.
Yeah,
from
but,
their
but
own
isn't that
coffers.
why we take insurance? So that the burden is not on my internal resources and I can use that for something else.
Yes, so that is what some of them, particularly in the security area, decide to do. Some of them, in fact, most of the government agencies, do insurance. All over the place.
I'm just mentioning it because maybe since
For example, if it is a hit and run driver, the regulator, the National Insurance Commission, has some framework or an arrangement where you can get some compensation. If somebody runs into you, you are crossing the street, and another vehicle knocks you down and you get injured, you are not able to pick the car number, nothing, and you are injured, you can go to the National Insurance Commission. There's what we call the Motor Compensation Fund. It is one of the mechanisms for taking care
it's
of...
accessible to everyone?
Yes, to everyone.
Okay, me, I didn't know it, and
For
I'm sure
everyone.
a lot of my listeners also
Yes.
didn't know that.
For what we call like hit and run drivers. Okay, you are injured badly and you don't have any details of the person who knocked you. You can go to the commission and they will be able to look at your case and give you some compensation.
But let me ask this for education. Does the commission deal with individuals? Does the commission not interface the public through the insurance companies?
Yes, but for this particular scenario where somebody knocks you down and the person hasn't got insurance, you can go direct because you don't have any details of the vehicle to be able to say it is insured with company A or company B or insurer A or insurer B. So you go to the commission, explain the circumstances and all of that, get some evidence to be able to prove actually what happened. And
The guy hits me and ran away.
of course, you have witnesses. You can have witnesses. You can have
fair,
witnesses
fair.
and all of that. Fair. Yes, it's of course. Otherwise, then everybody will get up and say, "I got injured because a car knocked."
But it's refreshing to know, and let me just put it out there. If you're listening to Masterclass, we are finding out today, I am finding out today, and I'm sure a lot of people are also finding out today that should you be in a situation where you're unable, somebody hit you and ran away, there is some respite.
Yes.
And we're learning today that you can go to the NIC and make a case with them. And
Yes.
on a case-by-case basis, they can review your circumstance and have some provision for respite. I think it's helpful to know that.
Indeed.
Okay. So please continue. You were going to talk about assets.
Okay, so let me. So I've talked about the motor insurance.
Yeah.
Let me go a little. So we have the third party for bodily injury, death, and then property damage. You are driving a car, you can run into somebody's kiosk, an electric pole, or even skid off the road, go hit somebody's house, and that it covers the third party cover up to a certain limit. There's a standard limit for the third party. Then you have a build up on that, which is fire cover and then theft cover. So fire and theft, the third party fire and theft. Then beyond that, you have the comprehensive, which is also a build up on the third party fire and theft, which covers the accidental damage, which is damage to the vehicle itself.
And
right?
all that is different from the comprehensive cover.
This is the comprehensive
This is the
cover.
comprehensive cover, okay.
In addition to the third-party liabilities, you have cover for fire, you have cover for theft, and you have a cover for accidental damage to the vehicle itself.
I've heard about umbrella cover. What is that?
Oh, normally under motor insurances, where you have a fleet of vehicles, for the third-party limit, there's a certain provision or arrangement you can do as between you and the insurer, where you can have, instead of having the standard limit per vehicle, you can have a big amount to cover the entire fleet. So instead of having maybe a standard limit of 10,000 or 20,000 for each vehicle, you can have a limit which is, let's say, around 100,000 or 200,000, which gives you more room to benefit when there's these third-party property damage liabilities arise. So these are in connection with third-party liabilities.
I know you are moving on to assets, so my last question on motor,
Right.
I would have waited, but because you are moving on to, I just want that clarity. In my experience with the insurance claims, there's always a mention of contributions where repairs are required. Educate us a bit on that.
All right. So contribution comes in where in one scenario where, for example, we have to, one side of the vehicle is damaged, and we have to straighten and then spray. And then you say that, oh, when we spray one side, that side will look newer.
Is it I say, or when you spray
In
one
reality,
side? I've had this argument with my broker.
So in reality, one side, of course, is fresh, so it will look newer than the other side. But remember, insurance is indemnity. The other part that is not damaged, we are not obligated to fix anything
But
there,
when you were
because
placing the
it's
policy,
it's not damaged.
I'm getting sentimental. When you were
Right.
placing when you were giving me the cover,
Yes.
you knew that you cannot spray one side and leave one side. I did not decide that I should be smashed on one side. And I cannot ask the person smashing into me to smash on both sides.
So like I'm explaining, it's indemnity, putting you back where you were. So if one side is not damaged and it is damaged, that is where we have to fix. So if you have two headlamps and one is damaged, it is the damaged one we have to fix. We are not obligated to fix the one that is not damaged.
That one is
so
fair.
So
that one is fair.
And then some of these things. So contribution may come in where you decide that, look, let's agree, let's spray the entire vehicle. So we'll ask you, we will be responsible if that part we wait and say it's 40% of the spraying cost. We can look at that, and then we'll bear a portion. You also bear a portion. That's contribution. All right.
I'm nodding my head because it is not only my sentiments. I'm representing the listenership.
Right.
So let's continue. But I'm sure that when we get into active,
more questions will come.
But let's go on with the rest of the slides.
So I was talking about the other assets, as in the buildings and the physical, the buildings, the office contents, your stock, inventory, and all of that. You need to take insurance cover because anything can happen. They could be damaged by fire, they could be damaged by flood, as we are seeing over these last few days. You need to protect it. Otherwise, what it means is that these assets that you use to work, to generate income and to make profit, once they are not there, you have no means of generating income and profit. So it's important that these assets will be around, available for you to use to generate and to run your business, to generate income and to realize the objective of the business. Then we also have there's a duty of care you owe to people who come to your premises to do business. So your customers, visitors who come to your premises, whilst they are on your premises, if they get hurt, if they get injured, if something happens to them, they can hold you responsible because indeed you are responsible for that. And therefore you can take what we call the public liability insurance, which will provide cover for bodily injury to third parties. Third parties mean it doesn't include your staff. We can come to the staff part later. But these are visitors, these are customers, or the general public who may come to your premises lawfully, I must add. It doesn't include the thief who comes in to come and do any of their bad things. So you owe them for bodily injury, for property damage, if they brought something onto your premises and whilst on your premises, as a result of being on your premises, that property of theirs gets damaged, you owe them that duty to fix it for them. So the public liability takes care of these third-party liabilities for third parties, visitors, customers, or any member of the general public who comes to your premises lawfully to do one thing or the other.
So I'm curious about lawfully. I've read the text of a policy, a public liability policy, which interestingly sought to exclude visitors who are related party to members of staff, who may not have come there to transact official business. So to the extent that is public liability, who is a public where insurance is concerned?
So like I explained, is the general public apart from your staff. So anybody who walks in here to do one thing or the other, whether to make inquiry or to come actually do business, or they are visitors. The visitors are allowed to come to your premise. So once the person is a visitor, I mean, he's a
Even
visitor.
if they're related to staff?
Yes, it's a visitor. Whether related to staff or not, they are visitors. You owe them that duty to ensure that when they are injured or when they get or their property is damaged, you are able to fix it for them or sort them out. Then closely related to the fire insurance, which may come by way of the assets or risk insurance or the fire commercial insurance, is what we call the business interruption insurance. It rides on the fire insurance. And one key thing to note for the business interruption is that it can only be triggered when the thing that causes the loss is insured. So if you took a fire policy and you did not insure for flood or for riot and strike or for civil commotion, and that peril occurs, and because of that, your business cannot continue, you cannot make a claim for the business interruption. The thing that causes the loss must be insured. We call it the material damage proviso. All right, this is technical, but let me not bore your listeners. It's the material damage. There must be the loss, the risk that causes the loss must be insured. If it is not insured under the policy, your business interruption does not trigger. So if you are covered for flood, and flood occurs, and because of that you can't operate on your premises, then your business interruption will come in.
I'm interested in that point. Please hold that thought for a minute. I want our listeners to be a part of this conversation.
Thank you.
If you just tuned in, this is Masterclass. We take a quick message. When we come back, we get interactive.
Your favorite on-air business development program, Joy Business Masterclass, is in session, and you can interact with us on Facebook via the Joy 99.7 FM or Joy Business pages. If you tweet, the handle is at Joy 997 FM or at Joy Business GH. Don't forget to hashtag JB Masterclass. You can also call us on 0302 216541 or send your questions and contributions through to the WhatsApp number 0551 111997, and our facilitators will address your concerns. Attention everyone, class is in progress.
Welcome back. If you just tuned in, this is Masterclass. We're interactive right now. Numbers to call 0302 216 541. That's 0302 216 541. You can send us your comments on 055 1111997. If you're driving, please do not text while you drive. We definitely want you to arrive alive, but otherwise pick up that phone, give us a call on 0302 216 541. Here are some announcements for your attention. The Multimedia Group is mobilizing relief support for thousands of people affected by the devastating floods that have swept through parts of Accra. You may have seen the heartbreaking images and videos. Behind every picture is a family struggling to rebuild its life. Today, they need our support. We're appealing to individuals and corporate organizations to support this humanitarian effort by donating essential relief items or cash. Priority relief items include non-perishable food items, drinking water, cloths, toiletries, medical supplies, mosquito nets, mattresses, blankets, and bedding. Cash donations should be sent to MTN mobile money number 059 303 8842. That's MTN mobile money number 059 303 8842. Account is Multimedia Group Limited / Daniel Biofio. Bank account is UBA Ghana, the Tema Industrial Area Branch. And the account number is 02514 2788 03503. That's 02514 2788 03503. The account name is Multimedia Foundation. The donation center relief items can be delivered to the offices of Multimedia Group Limited, Kokomlimli. Together, let us stand with our brothers and sisters in their time of greatest need. Hashtag we stand with flood victims. Vamo Technologies. Are you looking for a job and not sure where to search? Vamo keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. Just call 231 on MTN for free and select your preferred language to catch up on available job vacancies near you. And that is not all. You can listen to real-life advice from experts to improve your daily life. All these are available on MTN short code 231. Vamo Technologies, bringing you closer to the conversation. The 2026 G-Step. Ghana's future innovators are ready to take center stage. Join the 2026 Ghana Science and Tech Explorer Challenge Prize, G-Step, exhibition and award ceremony under the theme Building Tomorrow's Ghana through STEM and Youth Development Skills. This year, 68 teams from the Greater Accra, Eastern, Ashanti, and Volta regions will showcase innovative STEM solutions designed to solve real problems in their communities. The exhibition takes place on Thursday, 9th July, 2026 at 10 a.m., while the award ceremony comes off on Friday, 10th of July, 2026 at 2 p.m. at the CD Conference Center, University of Ghana, Legon. The Ghana Science and Tech Explorer Challenge is implemented by Dream Oval Foundation, Partnership Bureau, Practical Education Network, and Shulem Lake in partnership with the Ministry of Education and Ghana Education Service, with support from Anglo Gold Ashanti and Joy Prime. Come and discover how young people are building tomorrow's Ghana through STEM. At the end of the announcement, we're still interactive. I've got a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're welcome to Masterclass. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon, my brother. Where are you calling me from this afternoon?
I'm calling from 37 Last Commission.
Right.
My name is David.
David, talk to me, David.
Yes, I've worked in the insurance industry for like 30 years.
Oh, wonderful, David. Talk to me.
Yes, and I'm happy you have the gentleman there.
Right.
When he was explaining the various policies, vehicle policies, and he mentioned something.
Yes.
When your car damages somebody's property, he mentioned something like electric pole and all those things.
Yes.
But I've come to discover that over the years, I don't know whether it is the police or whom, all our, what do you call it, the road construction things they put in place, like when you're going overhead bridge, you see this grade they put, so in case you go and hit, you not fall off.
Yeah.
All of them are damaged by various vehicles, including electricity poles you see here and there. But they are not replaced because those who are supposed to take the necessary steps to hold the insurance company that insured that particular car to be able to replace that pole and all other road things that are damaged are not doing that.
Yes.
And so the insurance people take themselves for free. They don't do anything for the government.
They don't have a trigger.
You understand? So I'm pleading that use this opportunity to school either the police or whoever is in charge. When a vehicle runs into an electric pole, they should take all the necessary information and then report to the insurance company in charge so that they can pay.
Right.
If they're not even paying for the whole cost of the pole, if it's even 1/4 of it, at least they are paying something.
Right.
So that they will not be there, they will be making the profit and they're not paying what they are supposed to pay.
Right.
This is what I want. But I'll also ask that, please, gentleman, before he leaves, he should leave his name and number. We want to look for him for other things.
He will do that. David, thank you so much. Very, very, very good contribution there. David, I will name him Citizen David. So I'm sure that the security authorities are also listening. Some of the people who cause these accidents have the cover that covers damaged property also. And so we're encouraging you to reach out to some of these insurance companies and find out so that you can make some of these claims to help repair some of the damaged side grills and all of that. But it's a very fair point that he makes.
Of course. There's cover for that. The most important thing is to be able to identify who caused it. All right. And these days we have a lot of cameras around. So once you identify who caused it, you can have the details of the vehicle and all of that and be able to follow up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying the various types of insurances you're talking about, but I'm going to pull you back a bit because you're here with us for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
So don't worry if you don't finish your slides
Okay.
today. I've got entrepreneurs who are here in Kokomlemle. I've got people listening from Circle, Alajo, and all of that,
Right.
and they hear us talk about motor insurance.
Right.
Today, I think that the conversation and argument on why they must take motor insurance is clear.
Right.
What would you recommend to people who are running their own businesses, who have 1 vehicle, 2 vehicles? What type of insurance would you recommend for them?
All right. And
Because you see, we must grow,
Right.
and we're learning. So
Yeah.
it's not just knowing about the product, but also how does it benefit my listeners, my entrepreneurs who are listening today and saying, "Oh, go and do a third party." I mean, there's a finance director who always says, "Why should I go and put money? Always go and do a third party." But let's educate them today.
Right.
What should they look out for when it comes to motor? We will do the same for assets, and we'll do the same for. I mean, if that's all time allows us, at least we've done some education.
Right.
And then next
That's
week we'll
what
come
we're
back to
going to. All right.
continue.
So yeah, it even becomes more critical when you are an entrepreneur. You are not a big business. You have just a small business you are managing. It means that your commitment into procuring that vehicle, it came from maybe a lot of savings you've done over a long period of time. All right. So your investment in that vehicle is great. You need to take insurance. Don't be in a hurry to just satisfy the law by taking the third party. The real benefit of the insurance is to have funds available to you to get back on your feet when your vehicle is destroyed through no fault of yours because it's an accident. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're a one-man business, you have just 5 employees, but you, the CEO, you have a car,
a truck.
from the business,
A truck for
or
the
truck,
business.
yes, that you use to move your goods from one place to the other, to send your people out to go and do deliveries and the like. You need to protect that insurance. You need to. If you have a fleet of vehicles that you are using for transportation, don't take third party. Don't, because
That's
that
where
is
I
what
wanted you to hit.
that is what you are using to generate. If you're a transport owner and you're into transport business, you need to take comprehensive insurance because that is what will make funds available to you to get back on your feet to do your transport business. If otherwise, it means you have to go and find money. And we all know you don't always have money available for these things. You are running a business and the business must continue to operate because that is the objective, the going concern. You must have comprehensive insurance so that if somebody runs into you or there's an accident, the vehicle is destroyed or the vehicle is stolen, you can get it back through an insurance policy that you procured. It's very critical. Otherwise, sometimes you can really not recover. I mean, you can really not. It's very critical for you as a business owner, a small business. You've started, you're operating. You don't have access to large finance. If you have to go for a loan, look at the interest rate and all of that, okay? You need to take all of those things into consideration to tell yourself that, look, if something happens, I'll be in a very, very distressed position. You need to take the insurance to be able to get back on your feet as soon as possible.
And I think I recommend it even more stronger for all entrepreneurs. If you have a vehicle you are working with, like we're saying, let it be as important as a business you're running. People say, why do I insure for, when I was coming on the show, somebody said, why do I insure for a claim I'll never make? Another name for that is worry. It's like you're worried about something that will never happen. But you see, even if it is not the flood, it could be somebody running into you. Every time you get onto the roads, you're not sure what you are sure what you are going to do, but you're not sure what the other person is going to do. So we're entreating our listeners and especially our entrepreneurs, because this is a masterclass for entrepreneurs, that let us pay the same attention to our business tools as we do. And I would say that this argument is even stronger for our entrepreneurs who are in transport, isn't it?
Yes, very critical. And the notion is that, this is a small business. It's not a small business. The insurance is for the big corporate. No, even no matter how small you are, the assets you are using are very critical for your operation, and you need to take insurance for it. Don't say it is a small business or we have just a small truck that does, so third party is okay. No. Ask yourself if something should happen. If that car is washed away, as we saw in the floods, what happens? You wake up and you'll be crying. you have to look for money. You can't operate as a business, and you deny yourself the opportunity of generating income and making profit as an entrepreneur. So no matter how small the business is, think about insurance, and don't think about taking that insurance that helps you satisfy the law merely so that the police will not arrest you. No. Think about your own business. Ask yourself, if this asset is down, if it is destroyed, how do I get back? Get an insurance policy.
So what we're saying is that it must move from the box of something you can do away with to something that is imperative. Something that you have to, like how when you employ people, you have to pay salary, you have to pay rent.
Right.
Add the insurance. Let the insurance move to that critical box.
Yes.
Because it only makes sense. If you are spending all that money in all that business, factor in the insurance also, because you don't want to be paying for something you've already paid for.
Right.
Let it be somebody else's responsibility.
Right.
And the claims are payable, right? I mean,
we pay claims.
For motor.
I mean, we pay claims. We pay Enterprise Insurance. We pay as a company. In the insurance industry, last week I shared the statistics. We pay a lot of claims. Once they are genuine, we pay them. And insurance premium should be seen as a necessary expenditure. You don't see it as a luxury. It is very, very necessary for the survival of your business. Very, very critical for the survival of your business.
I've got another caller on the line. Good afternoon. Welcome to Masterclass. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm Godwin.
Good afternoon, Godwin. Where are you calling us from this afternoon, Godwin?
From Nungwa.
From Nungwa. How is Nungwa this afternoon, my brother?
Great. Yeah,
Super.
doing well.
Super. Talk to me, Godwin.
Okay, so I have a question for you. I think I also have a vehicle and insurance.
Godwin, if you can just position yourself properly for me. I'm struggling to hear you in the studio.
Okay, so is it okay now?
It's better. Please go ahead.
Okay. So I registered a vehicle and then I chose Enterprise Insurance.
Right.
Last year I paid 922 point something.
Right.
And this year it's due for me to. They call me from the office. So when I ask, I'm supposed to pay 1,169, which I don't understand. So I asked the lady to check it for me. I haven't got get back to me. So I wanted to find the problem.
Right.
Yes, better.
Right. Okay. Okay, Godwin. What I'll do for you is that before Michael signs out, we'll get his number out, and then you can reach out to him. I'm not sure you want us to discuss the details of your personal cover on air because a lot of people are listening. But a promise I'll make you is that maybe the production team will take your number as well.
So
and then we can reach out. I'll let the team reach out to you. Is that a deal?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. And then the personal cover also. I think that these insurance companies, there's one thing. That's why there was a time I didn't even want to insure my anything. A friend of mine had this commercial card. That's it's third party insurance. So the car had an accident. My brother, they said we wanted to go for the claim, and they said go to court this thing and whole lot. So was later on he gave up and said you not even for the thing. You not even
So Godwin, here's what I'm going to do for you. You sound like, we talked about customer service and aggrieved customers, I think last week or 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So we are going to turn you into an ambassador for insurance, okay? So we will take your number off air, but I will also put their number out. I want you to reach out to the team. If they're able to solve your problem, will you become an ambassador for insurance?
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you for calling. So that's an aggrieved customer right there. I I didn't quite hear him clearly, but I think there's a commercial situation.
One he talked
where
about
he
paid around 900 and something
Yes.
last year, and then this year is 2,000.
There's an increment.
There's always a reason for that. It may be as a result of a claim he made, and so you lose a portion of your no-claim discount, and therefore the premium goes up.
Right.
But we can always look into it. I mean, we're open to that. So we'll take the number and reach out to him.
I know it's retail, but this one, they solve it for me so that we make a convert out of him, and then he can become an ambassador.
We will. That's why we're here.
But I'm excited. I think that's all time will allow me today.
Right.
Next week, we continue with what you started, and then we add on to it.
Right.
But what's our takeout for today's conversation? And then you put out the contact details as well,
Right.
where they can reach you. Maybe some
Right.
phone numbers as well.
Yes, I have them here. Okay,
All right.
so
All right.
so as a business, as a takeaway, as a business, protect your assets. And your assets can be physical, which can be your building, your office content. Even if you don't own the building you're operating, you've rented it. So your office equipment, your furniture, your computers, if you a trading enterprise and you have stock, you are a factory, you have plant and machinery and all of those things. Across the various sectors of the economy, whether you are a bank, a financial institution, a school, a hospital, a hotel, no matter the type of business you do, you have these assets. Take insurance cover to protect your assets, to be able to bounce back easily when the unfortunate risk occurs. Is very vital for your survival, for you to realize the going concern. The real objective of establishing a business is that the business will continue to be in operation to generate income, all right, in the foreseeable future. Nobody establishes a business for 1 week. We all expect that as time goes on, we are driving the business, we are making more money, paying more tax, paying our employees, everybody is happy. You want to achieve that objective. And in so doing, insurance comes in to help you protect those valuable investments you've made, okay, for your physical assets and then your employees and all of that. Very, very critical. And it doesn't matter your size, whether you are small or big or medium, whichever scale of business you do, please take insurance to protect those valuable investments you've done in those assets.
All right. I mean, I think that we're on a quest to convert aggrieved people who have had issues with insurance so that we can listen to their cases, right?
Right. Very, very
I mean, in this 4 weeks and try and help them. So
Very well.
how do they reach out to you and the team?
Absolutely.
I know Enterprise is everywhere. Once you go online, you can type Enterprise and then...
Yes, so you can reach us on the following telephone numbers. I go 053 9700 109. I'll take it again.
Okay.
053 9700 109. Or you can also reach us on 0302 634 777. 0302 634 777. We are available on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We have our own app, the Enterprise app, Advantage app. It's on App Store and Google Play. Please reach out. YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, we are all over the place.
Right.
Feel free and reach out.
Thank you, Michael. I mean, I know
Thank
there's
you
more
very
to talk
much.
about, but next week we'll continue that. Thank you so
very
much for
much,
joining us. This has been Masterclass. We'll see you same time next week.
J is the joy that I give you every day. Oh, it's for on. 'Cause every time I hear the joy in there, why is for yeah. 'Cause every time I hear joy, I say every time I hear the joy, I don't wanna turn off my radio. Every time I hear the joy, I don't want. Every time I hear the joy, I don't wanna turn off. Every time I hear the joy, I don't wanna turn off. Hello, this is Morris, and I say keep on listening to Joy 99.7 FM.
Miss Vio. It's the time of the day when all seems okay. It gets better when I hear you play. I keep begging for more emotions they soar as you take me on that Lexus tour. When I'm going home, it's drive time on Joy. Whoa. Lexus, take me home. It's drive time on Joy. Whoa. Lexus, take me home. Whoa. Lexus, take me home.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Drive time on Joy with Lexus
Joy
Bill.
99.7 FM.
Lexus Bill is my man.
Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. I believe every lie that I ever told. Paid for every heart that I ever stole. I played my cards and I didn't fold. But it ain't that hard when you got sold. This is my world. Somewhere I heard that life is a test. I've been